the Daizenshuu guidebooks contain an error listing Gohan as a Super Saiyan 2 during his fight against Dabura. This has led to some confusion among fans about which transformation Gohan was actually using against Dabura. However, the Daizenshuu is not consistent in that regard. When we look at the manga, it's fairly straightforward to conclude that Gohan was fighting as a regular Super Saiyan in that fight. Gohan's appearance in the manga lacks the key traits associated with Super Saiyan 2, such as the aura with electrical sparks. Additionally, the story itself implies that Gohan did not ascend to Super Saiyan 2 while aboard Babidi's ship. Goku stated that Dabura's power was comparable to Cell's, but he didn't specify if he meant Perfect Cell or Super Perfect Cell. If Dabura were truly on the level of Super Perfect Cell, he would have been far too powerful for Gohan, given Gohan's lack of training at this point in the story. Perfect Cell, on the other hand, was closer to the level of a regular Super Saiyan. After his battle with Goku, Perfect Cell needed a sense of being to recover, and even at full power, he was only marginally stronger than Gohan's Super Saiyan form. If Dabura was around this level, he wouldn't stand much of a chance against Gohan as a Super Saiyan 2. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment, and let me know what you think. Some fans believe that Gohan was in his Super Saiyan 2 form during his fight against Dabura, largely due to an error in the 7th Daizenshuu guidebook, which mistakenly claims that Dabura fought a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. However, these guidebooks are not infallible and sometimes make mistakes. In fact, another entry in the Daizenshuu describes Gohan as a regular Super Saiyan in this battle. Looking directly at the manga, it's relatively straightforward to conclude that Gohan was only in his Super Saiyan form. One of the most telling details is the absence of lightning in Gohan's aura. The anime and movies are often less consistent in this aspect, which can lead to confusion about transformations. In the manga, the Super Saiyan 2 or 3 transformations are consistently depicted with an electric aura. After the Goku and Gohan learned to master the Super Saiyan transformation, they achieved a level of control that allowed them to maintain a calm and relaxed demeanor in this form. This state, which every Saiyan had achieved by the Majin Buu saga, is evident in their facial expressions. In contrast, when a Saiyan transforms into Super Saiyan 2, their expression becomes more serious and intense. During his battle with Dabura, Gohan clearly exhibits the typical look of a mastered Super Saiyan. This is yet another indicator that he had not ascended to Super Saiyan 2 in this fight. When Majin Buu finally gathered the energy needed to awaken, Gohan noted that it must have happened so quickly because Goku and Vegeta were fighting at a level above regular Super Saiyan. This observation would be strange if Gohan himself had also been fighting Dabura in his Super Saiyan 2 form. It's also important to note that Babidi couldn't collect energy from those under his control, meaning only Goku's power contributed to Buu's revival. Previously, Gohan's energy as a Super Saiyan 2 filled nearly half of the required power to revive Buu. Since Goku, by this point, was stronger than Gohan, it makes sense that Goku alone in Super Saiyan 2 would be enough to fill the remaining energy needed for Buu's awakening. This also explains why Gohan chose not to transform into Super Saiyan 2 when fighting Dabura. In addition to doubling their power, Super Saiyan 2 appears to give characters less control over their ki, causing their energy to deplete much more quickly. Power scaling in the Dragon Ball also shows that Gohan was not in his Super Saiyan 2 form during his fight against Dabura. Goku states that Dabura's power level is comparable to that of Cell. However, Goku doesn't clarify which version of Cell he means, whether he's referring to Perfect Cell, whom he fought directly during the Cell games, or Super Perfect Cell, the form Cell achieved after regenerating post-self-destruction. It would be more reasonable to assume that Goku was referring to Perfect Cell, since that's the form he had first-hand experience fighting. Goku never saw Super Perfect Cell in action because that transformation occurred after he sacrificed himself to save Earth. Consequently, when he compares Dabura to Cell, he's likely referring to the one he encountered. However, this is not a definite answer to which form Goku was referring to. It's easy to dismiss the idea that Goku was referring to Super Perfect Cell based on power scaling. Vegeta repeatedly pointed out that Gohan had slacked off over the past 7 years and wasn't as strong as he had been during his fight against Cell. Back then, Gohan's power was so high that, even by the time of the Majin Buu saga, Goku and Vegeta in their Super Saiyan 2 forms were only a bit stronger than Gohan had been during his fight with Cell. It isn't until Vegeta sees Goku transform into Super Saiyan 2 for the second time that he realizes Goku has surpassed the strength Gohan possessed back then. Additionally, Piccolo implies that Vegeta was only slightly stronger than Gohan in his peak against Cell. And Super Perfect Cell was capable of dealing significant damage to Gohan even while he was in his Super Saiyan 2 form. The Daizenshuu guidebooks also confirmed that Super Perfect Cell was stronger than Gohan. It is worth noting that this phrase was mistranslated on the Kanzentai website as Cell had reached his strongest existence. A more accurate translation is, he became the strongest being. Given this context, it follows that Dabura could not possibly be on the same level as Super Perfect Cell. If he were, Gohan would stand little chance against him, even if he were transformed into a Super Saiyan 2. Super Perfect Cell was powerful enough that he would still pose a significant challenge even for Goku or Vegeta in their Super Saiyan 2 forms. In contrast, during the fight with Dabura, Vegeta seemed frustrated by Gohan's difficulty against an opponent of Dabura's level. This reaction implies that Dabura's strength was nowhere near that of Super Perfect Cell. Before we continue, you have probably noticed that more and more people are using a VPN to browse the web these days. And there is a good reason for it. A VPN gives you access to the entire internet, something you are not getting right now, as you are restricted to content available only in your region. With NordVPN, you can change your virtual location to just about anywhere in the world. Want to watch anime on Netflix that is only available in Japan? With just a click, you can. But it is not just about unlocking content. NordVPN also protects your privacy, which is more important than ever. Without a VPN, your IP address is visible to others, and anyone can find out where you're accessing the internet from. However, with NordVPN, your IP address is hidden, keeping your browsing activity private and secure. If you're not already using a VPN, you're seriously missing out. And the best part? NordVPN comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there is no risk in trying it out. Plus, by signing up, you'll be directly supporting this channel. Check out the link in the description below and get started with NordVPN today. Now back to our video. Since we can rule out the possibility of Dabura being on par with Super Perfect Cell, the next step is to analyze what level of power Gohan would need to effectively fight an opponent as strong as regular Perfect Cell. Vegeta's statement that Gohan was stronger during his fight with Cell is due to the massive boost in power Gohan achieved through his anger. This emotional boost made him far more powerful than he would have been through transformation alone. Some fans may have misinterpreted Vegeta's words, thinking that Gohan's overall power had decreased over time. However, that's not what Vegeta implied. Vegeta even pointed out how powerful Gohan could become when driven by anger. The Daizenshuu also confirms that Gohan's strength stayed the same, and he did not have the same power level from when he defeated Cell because he could not gain power from anger. Perfect Cell's power was comparable to that of a regular Super Saiyan, far from reaching the level of a Super Saiyan 2. Although Cell held back some of his full power while fighting Goku, he was noticeably exhausted by the end of their battle and needed a senzu bean to recover. Compare it with Goku's earlier fight against Frieza on Namek. For much of their battle, Frieza seemed nearly tireless. However, as Goku observed, when Frieza finally began using his full 100% power, his stamina started to decline rapidly. This shows that Cell must have used a significant portion of his power against Goku, even without going all out. During the Cell games, Gohan was stronger than Goku, meaning that the gap between Cell and Gohan was even smaller. Although Cell seemed vastly more powerful than Gohan for most of their fight, this was largely because Gohan was unwilling to fight back. There's a key moment that reveals how close Gohan's power actually was to Cell's full strength. At one point, Cell declared he would use his full speed against Gohan, yet Gohan was still able to dodge and even land a hit in return. Given this, it makes sense that Gohan, as a regular Super Saiyan, would be able to hold his own in a close fight with Dabura. However, if Gohan were to transform into Super Saiyan 2, Gohan would be able to overpower Dabura with ease. In summary, during the Cell games, Perfect Cell held a slight advantage over Gohan's regular Super Saiyan power. Gohan's strength increased with a rage boost, and he then ascended to Super Saiyan 2. Super Perfect Cell, however, was even stronger than Gohan at his rage-fueled Super Saiyan 2 level. Over the next 7 years, Gohan's power level remained the same, but he could no longer access the power boost from his anger. As a Super Saiyan 2, Gohan would be too strong for Perfect Cell, yet he still would not stand a chance against Super Perfect Cell. Therefore, it makes sense that Gohan fought Dabura as a regular Super Saiyan, with Dabura's power being roughly equivalent to that of regular Perfect Cell. I want to express my gratitude to Herms from the Daizenshuu website for his excellent translation of the manga and Daizenshuu guidebooks. Now I would like to hear your opinion in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, then like and subscribe. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Make sure to get NordVPN and support this channel. Link in the description.